Overworking is killing your teams. And if this is part of your workplace culture, it is impacting employees' health in more ways than you realize. And I've got an article that I wanted to go through with you today because it's got some really hard hitting statistics that can help you realize how much of an issue overworking is and the detriment that it has on people and employees. Because if you work for an organization, if you're a HR manager, leader, business owner, it's so important to support employees and prevent things like burnout. Because when people are burnt out, they quit and they leave. And that's not good for anyone. So let's look at this article here from the Resource Guru, because they've done some research. They surveyed 2,000 UK desk workers who operate remotely from an office or a mix of both, exposing all aspects of their working lives. And they found that overworking is costing both individuals and businesses in the long run. So let's look at some of the statistics here that this article shows. And they've gone through some experts, but let's start with what's happening. More than 4 in 5 desk workers work overtime, and over 2/3 have to work weekends in some capacity. So more than 4 in 5 workers are working overtime beyond their contractual hours. And when we look at these statistics here, they were surveyed, do you work overtime? 16% said no, 84% said yes. 84% of people are working beyond their contracted hours. And do you work weekends? 68% said yes. Again, working overtime, right? If employees are not being paid to do these things, or they're working into their personal life and social life, are they going to feel good about it? Are they going to feel happy about it? Most likely not. But extra hours don't always mean extra compensation. Despite the grind, extra hours aren't necessarily reflected in employee pay, because 36% get paid overtime. Only 36% get paid overtime. That means 64% of individuals working overtime are not being paid for it. Do you think employees are feeling good about this? Do you think they want to work for organizations that are making them work, or that they have to work overtime in order to complete their job role? That's not good. People don't want to work for organizations like that. And 26% of desk workers say their salary is not competitive compared with industry standards. Is that a reason for people to want to look for other jobs? Is that a reason for people to get burnt out? Is that a reason that their overwork is causing them to want to quit? I can imagine it most likely is, right? It most likely is. So what are the consequences for employees? Well, it goes without saying that overworking is bad news. A large proportion of our survey respondents reported stress and burnout, as well as other serious consequences like anxiety and depression. Stress and burnout. 54% of desk workers have experienced stress in their current job. Now, of course, stress happens. Many of us experience stress from time to time. It's part of life. But 54% have experienced stress in their current job. And 28% of workers have experienced burnout in their current job. Now, we don't want employees to get to a position where they feel burnout, drained. It's impacting their life outside of work. This is not good, right? And there are many risk factors to burnout. I'm not going to read this. I will leave a link to this article in the description box, but I wanted to come down to this here, this real life example. I was hitting 100-hour weeks and completely consumed by work. My brain just shut down. I let myself go, even not caring about my appearance or the cleanliness of my house. I became a shell of myself. It took a person to tell me how bad I had gotten before I could see it. I then quit and slept for a week. Oh man, I feel sorry for this person experiencing this situation, right? Their workload got to a point where they just had to quit their job role and then just sleep all week, right? We don't want our employees to be feeling this. So here are some of the negative implications of burnout: not exercising enough, reduced quality time with friends, family, not eating healthily, missed or cancelled personal plans, strained relationships, letting looks go, drinking more alcohol, breakup or divorce. These are just some of the negative things that can happen when employees experience excessive burnout. And let's just go through this article. I believe there's a couple more. Here we go, that I wanted to touch on. Mental health. On top of stress and burnout, the survey reveals that there are knock-on effects for mental health too. 36% of desk workers have experienced anxiety. 16% of desk workers have experienced depression. Now, if your employees are depressed, are anxious, are stressed, or your colleagues, this is not good for anyone. We want to create supportive workplace cultures that can help reduce statistics like these. Now, I'll leave a link to this article in the description box, but if you're a forward-thinking company that want to support their employees, want to create a culture that helps employees thrive, at Love and Life, we deliver a range of workshops and webinars that focus on supporting managers and leaders to help support employees. But we also deliver a range of workshops that help employees to support their own health and well-being, which ultimately helps them thrive in their job roles. There's a link to the website in the description box. But if you're not ready to get in contact, why not join the free mailing list? There's a link to that in the description box. The mailing list, we send out free resources that help companies support their employees. But help employees thrive. Don't make them overwork. Support them at all costs. And remember, a happy workforce is a productive workforce.